Hello, beautiful Sagittarius. Welcome to your reading. This is going to be for money, career, success of this month. I see something here very isolated. This can be coming as, I don't think this is like a career related thing. It's very isolated. Can be coming as a gift from maybe a family member, or kind of looks like that mushroom cloud of atomic bomb. Something might be falling into your lap, but I feel like this is something disconnected from all the things that is in your mind. By the way, if you're new here, this is Divine Light, and if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love. Go ahead, hit like button, subscribe, and if you would like a private reading, I'm going to leave my email in the description box and here on the corner. Go ahead, send me an email. What do we have here? Within the first week, I see there's actually like a letter Y or like a tuning fork. We can say their antlers coming out of this person's head, but it's not connected to their head. And the tuning fork can be alignment, like the right idea is going to actually get you what you desire. First thing. The second can be antlers. Again, antlers kind of reminds me of an antenna. So maybe this is you about to catch and connect with that energy of like doing the right thing, right action. So letter Y, it may be your reason why. But I feel like this can also understanding something, why it's happening, why actually is going to lead you towards a solution here. This can be about, I see like a strange shape here. This kind of reminds me of a body. Body can represent the full body of like a structure, is actually going to help you understand maybe how to get to where you want to go. And accomplish your financial goals. And I was listening to someone who actually talks about like the astrology, the stars alignments and all that stuff, that round shape, you see all the zodiacs around it. And she said something very beautiful. She said it doesn't matter if you don't have like a life goal, or like if you don't have a career, maybe you're retired, but this is about setting the zone of comfort for yourself and enjoying life even better. And that's the why I feel like is going to start getting yourself into alignment with what you desire. Okay, it doesn't have to be about working. It's about actually aligning yourself. The first week you might be questioning where you are right now and where you're heading. And that will give you an insight of what you should be doing next. Okay, that's a tuning fork, readjusting your actions to where you want to go. I see there are two chunks of money showing up. There's a conversation happening with a person here within the second week. This conversation can lead you towards, actually, I feel maybe even like a solution, the chunk of money, resources. Maybe what you are trying to do will require some resources in the future, or this can be two desires, two needs getting fulfilled instantaneously. Okay, because maybe they're taking space in your mind, and you put your direction, your attention towards what you want to maybe for the long term create. Those small things are going to be taken care of by themselves. Okay, towards the third week, when you're heading, there are two light pillars appearing around you, and you can see the tuning fork again coming forward. I see a slayer. I wouldn't say a slayer, but I'm gonna say a warrior appearing there, holding something in their head. Kind of looks like someone's head. Reminds me, I'm not gonna say it's a scene of Medusa. I feel like this is a scene of you slaying, or those ideas, maybe the ones that are actually blocking your growth. You have two pillars of light. Light can present themselves in a way, maybe this is about you finding the right information. It is enlightening. It can be finding your true direction, pathways to get where you want to go. It can also symbolize, I see there kind of looks like highways too. maybe getting, because what happens when you get on the highway, you get to where you want to go faster than you usually do, because it's a fast track basically, and if you go on the left lane, it's the fastest one. I feel like here you might be held back by someone's idea, opinion, words, and the tuning fork, retuning yourself, is going to require to really leave that behind. When you do, you're going to be on the fast track to get where you want to go. So first of all, maybe you start to question, am I on the right pathway? Am I maybe the destination is the same destination, can stay the same destination, but the pathway you might be pursuing might not really what's meant for you, Sagittarius. You are actually, you like your freedom, you like excitement, you like adventure. And are you going through that, or are you going through boredom? Okay, this kind of reminds me of someone that who actually had to work a job and retire from that job, even though he hated it, because his father actually told him that he's not going to help him with his art career. Okay, so what happened is, like, he hated every minute of his job, from what I heard, and he got old. He got old basically, because sometimes you see, look at some people, even though they have the age, the years, they don't look old at all, because they lived their purpose. So if you have that kind of like a fear, it doesn't matter how old you are, by the way, maybe you're already lived a one life, and it's time for you to start living your second life. And that's the time that you start, because that was the Sagittarius energy as well. So Sagittarius, you cannot really perform well when you're constrained, okay, when you're not doing your passion, true passion. And this time is calling for you to get on the highway, slay that dragon, slay that one that is affecting you, maybe telling you, oh, you need to stay this job even if it's killing you. I'm not saying, I need to put it out there, I'm not saying, oh, drop everything that you're doing and move to somewhere else and just start doing your path. No, that's not what I'm telling you, because what happens there is that creates this sense of lack, because if you have a certain standard and you quit that immediately, that can create like a rush of adrenaline, but after that passes, you might feel despair, you might feel depression. That's why this is telling me it's time to gradually hit the road. Like when you get on the highway, you don't directly get onto the left lane, right? You just gradually increase your speed and get to the left lane. So it's about getting on the highway of hopes, your desires, your true heart's fulfillment, and then gradually getting to the left lane. Okay, so I see here there's a person with a big head and a big nose poking you down, and you're holding to the ground. The third week again. This person has a horse behind them. Kind of looks like a camel to me as well. Camel symbolizes resilience. If somebody's pushing you down, and maybe this is competition at work, it can be, and there's a camel behind them, and the camel is ready to push them too. So I feel like some of you are blessed, some of you are protected, some you maybe even don't see who this person that is behind them pushing them over as well. However, you're protected. Like what you do is valued, and that's why if somebody's trying to bully you or pushing you down or maybe discouraging you, like you don't have to, you can maybe just tell it to someone that supports you. The camel can be someone who's resilient and someone strong, someone who can last for a long time. And earth, they are in the sand, which is the sand energy actually represent your fire energy. So someone aligned with your fire, maybe you need to just speak them a couple of words. So this other one, the Pinocchio, poking you with their nose, like being nosy with what you're doing, your business, can be handled here, okay? Camel archetype, we're going to pull an archetype for you as well, but camel is a spirit animal. This person, like when you look at some people, you look at them and you say, you know what, this person looks like a camel, or this person looks like a rabbit, or a cat, or a dog. Human beings, we have this kind of spirits, animal spirits, and I just want to give you a hint about this person. So if they kind of like feel like a camel vibe, I think those were llamas. I was gonna say, you know, when you actually mess with llamas, they start spitting. I don't know if camels does that. So this can be someone who's really like, I feel like it's a very free energy, free. So, well, they do basically pay for the consequences because, you know, if this is something in a civil setting, unacceptable. However, they might have the vibe of doing that, okay? And I feel like this, they're gonna actually support you. What happens with that energy is there's a pathway opening for you. There's a clean paper coming. This person might even help you open up a new page and not deal with the one that is poking you and making you fall down. You're going to maybe get up immediately and find a better opportunity for yourself if you go to those that are supportive of you. This can be in a work setting. Maybe you have someone keep annoying you all the time. Instead of just trying to fight back, going to the head of the things, to the camel who's supporting you, is going to maybe make you go to like on a higher level or get them handled, them out of your way. I see there's a lamb here within the second week. The lamb is actually on the pathway here too, the high road. Lamb can symbolize a sacrifice. So when you're getting on the highway, you might have to do a sacrifices. The sacrifice can be letting go of the negative thinking. Okay, it's that simple. Sacrifice doesn't have to be massive. It can be massive if you're feeling generous, but at this time, it's about giving up the lesser thoughts, okay? Let's dive into your soul sir. Now, if you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. I see there's a volcano boiling here within the third week. It's ready to erupt. Your desire is something that can come rather quickly, but you see this chunk of money I told you that's coming. It's not really coming right away. It's going to some hands and coming back to you from another hand. So that can represent maybe it's actually going to be taxed. That can be that. And also I see there are two people gathering on top of that. So maybe they're discussing something, or maybe after it comes in, you're not going to spend it. Maybe you're going to allocate it somewhere. You're going to save it somewhere. It can turn into an investment. I see the head of a Buddha here within the second week. Buddha energy is actually calming. So this can be something, a remedy for something maybe you were concerned about that is going to bring solution. Okay, that's going to bring like calmness and peace to like maybe a financial situation. What does this stuff fall down? Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about like a logic actually. So let's see the story, because we have here a lore. These are all legends. We have the Princess Parizade. This is from Anatolia, actually, where I am. I'm living in Anatolia. It says Parizade, Arabic folktale. This represents youthful intelligence. Princess Parizade uses her wit to succeed where others have failed. Her optimism intact through it all. She is a harbinger of new beginnings and new ideas for herself and those around her. Talkativeness, energy, thoughtfulness, curiosity, and truthfulness is going to, like, it's just calling you. It's telling you, just be true to yourself and be kind and also social during this next 4 weeks. That's going to help you to get to where you need to be, okay? Let's see what else we have here. The Sun. Oh, love it. Death, okay. Emperor and Six of Swords. I feel like it's looking good so far, because death is not really a negative card, even though we feel like it. It seems like there's something that is you're over and done with. And like I said, maybe there's a person that is annoying and you're trying to build something with them. The Sun is the optimism. The Sun can be the camel, basically. We have here, I think this is Thought. Not sure. Ra is the sun god. What the Thought is. So Ra is right here and eliminating something, helping you see, bringing optimism, positivity, solutions to a situation. And that will allow you to let go of this with the death, something Scorpio, maybe a stinging Scorpio that is not really serving you, it's hurting you, and maybe bringing you a new perspective that there are better things that you can do rather than spending your energy, money, and time on something that is not going to pay. And maybe you are stressed about a person. The sun is actually coming forward to remind you if something is dead or someone is dead inside, you don't have to spend energy on that. You need to just move forward to the next good thing. We have the Emperor here. This can be a leader, a guidance. This can be your actually taking things seriously now from then on and acting the part. Okay, because if you want wealth in your life, that you need to give it a value, because most of the time what happens is that's actually my attitude till I get to like a 30 years old. Money is not that important. Money is not that important. You can always make money. Love is important. And what happens is money is a part of your energy. Yes, love is very important, but love is not enough. You need respect, you need communication, you need boundaries. I had no idea about those things. And then the time progressed, I realized money, having your own money, loving it, keeping it, growing it, spending it, saving it, investing it, is actually a part of self-management. Okay? And the more you have that self-respect, self-management, the better people that you actually start to attract into your life. And that's what the Emperor calls for this time for you. I know this is a very short period of time. The next 4 weeks is like how you're going to achieve that. It's about first having the intention. What's that going to do is that's going to actually put you in a place that you have to leave the drama behind. If you're always in dramatic situations and dealing, or maybe every time you get some good money, there's a fight erupts that you need to give it away, something negative happens. This is basically telling you, no, get on the boat, get to the other side of the things. Do not indulge into drama anymore, because it seems like this is actually the peace is going to bring you more abundance, more opportunities. Even if you feel like, oh, if I don't fight, who's going to fight for me? The Six of Swords tells me you don't have to fight anymore. What you want wants to come to you easily. All you need to do is first to manage your mind and then your environment, and then the opportunities coming your way. Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. This is emotional satisfaction. So even if you think walking away, going away, mentally or physically detaching from something is running away, some of you might be thinking that way. That's why maybe you're fighting the fights of nothing. And it seems like when you detach from that, Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. Wow. What? So good. It's so good. And with the Sun is optimism. 6 of Wands is victory. 5 of Wands is your inner. Okay, 3 of Cups. All the good stuff, celebrations and victories are coming forward here. So 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. When you get to the calmer shore, you're going to realize that's all you actually asked for. This is what you have wanted. Well, this is what you wanted to achieve with the material satisfaction as well. And it seems like that can bring you an immediate victory. This can be a job offer, actually, or an interview when you went to. If you haven't, maybe it's going to come forth. Or maybe you went to an interview, you're going to get approval. You might get a connection. If you have a business, you might get a big sale. 6 of Wands is overall. You go to war and come back from the war victorious. That's why I would like to add that in. So if you haven't go to war yet, you cannot bring the victory. The war is not really going and fighting. It's about taking an action. If you're looking for, if you want a job, for example, that's the thing. If you want a job, but you haven't applied for anything, when it doesn't show up and nobody actually knocks on your door, that's like a victim mentality. I can never find a job. Did you apply for anything? No, but I cannot find it. So it's just, a backwards thinking. It's not taking the accountability of your non-action. Okay, that's why 6 of Wands calls for doing something. That's the Emperor actually calls for it too. When you do that, immediately after the victory, we have a conflict coming here. Conflict can be within you, or around you. But I feel like here, you might be positioning yourself, because Emperor is you being a leader, telling people what to do. You might be positioning yourself with the people who are not happy with your success, with you leading. Okay, that's why afterwards the Three of Cups comes in. There are people out there, they love to be on the same plane with you. They want to be in the same environment. They're playing together with you, they're celebrating with you. End of harvest, maybe when you're making money together, they're happy. Love your energy. So this here, that's why it's Six of Swords aligning with the Six of Swords. That's why you need to find where the conflict is and eliminate it. Walk away from it. As soon as you walk away from it, the Three of Cups following is telling me that there is embrace. There is a place for you, and there is an environment for you that is going to embrace you, celebrate with you, and share with you as well, because this, I told you, this is Three of Cups is the energy of the end of harvest. So they're celebrating and they're sharing afterwards. It's not like, okay, come drink the wine, but we're not going to give any bottles to you. It's not that energy. Okay, there's going to be like some things are coming to you from that. I want to pull your archetype here. This can come in any, like a person or a place or maybe a spirit. So let's see what you need to embody this month as an archetype. Sword. Did you get the Page of Swords? You got the Page of Swords in the beginning, right? Yeah. Sword is cutting the day and night, the darkness and the light, and also the storm, the crescent moon. Crescent moon is a very good sign, symbol. It represents authority, which Emperor, you as an authority. The knife, the blade, the weapon. Okay, where did I drop my pencil here? I have one. To use the sword is to decide. So you need to be really clear with your intention here. The blade separates one reality from another. So when you make a clear decision, basically during this time, that's going to, if you're feeling like poor right now, or if you're feeling lack of things, when you make the decision, it's going to actually cut through this feeling of lack, and it's actually going to carry you to the feeling of abundance. Okay, it's going to have a very clear effect in your life. And if you're not feeling it, this means that you haven't made the decision yet. Okay, even if you keep telling yourself, I made my mind, but if you're still feeling not the way, you didn't really make the clear cut of this decision. Okay, this weapon requires a clear and decisive mind and a willingness to act. Told you that before. An onlooker may think the sword bearer is hasty and violent, but the most compassionate and responsible gesture is one that is honest, swift, and accurate. So, like I said, somebody might tell you, oh, look at this person, they're so I'm going to say passionate, but sometimes when you have a purpose, outside might tell you, oh, why are you so cruel? Why are you so goal-oriented? Isn't this life about peace and love? Okay, but I need to do the work first. Okay, I feel like that's the answer here. So, this is actually, we must make these cuts again and again. So if somebody's actually separating you like that and telling you, oh, you're being this and that, you need to just, continue your path, cut them off, cut through to what's essential, rather than dealing with extra details that are not unnecessary. And this is to grow. Decisions shape our life, and the sword is an infamous shaper of destiny. So yeah, you need to become the sword. This is the first time I'm ever, even if I have this maybe deck for like a year now, maybe 2 years, it's the first time this is coming to me. So I feel like this is actually a very big sign for you. Arrow, sword is you being very straightforward and move towards your desire. Okay, what else we have here? Metamorphosis. That's going to happen when you make the decision. Metamorphosis is changing shape, changing form, becoming something new, shedding the old cocoon, leaving it behind, and moving forward to new air, new places, and looking good at the same time, because that's what the metamorphosis does. Sacred pool is a pool. This kind of reminds me of the painting of Ophelia. However, I think it was, I forgot the name of the painter. Anyways, this is telling me that the time to rest will come. Okay, this is like she's in the sacred pool, resting, connecting with the fairies and the spirits. It's gonna come when you make the decision, and when you go through the metamorphosis. This can be really fast, even happening within 4 weeks. It doesn't have to take forever. And at the end, what's gonna happen is you are actually within the sacred pool. You're gonna have the time to chill, relax, and enjoy what you are creating. Okay. All right, beautiful. That's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, I'm going to leave more videos on the screen. Go ahead, click on them. And if you haven't already, give this one a thumbs up. Go ahead, hit subscribe button. I wish you all a magical day. Bye. Hit the subscribe and join the family.